Michael, just how good does it feel to be back now, healthy and, ready to go?
It feels really good. Last year was a long year for me, but just glad to be back. Very fortunate to be healthy.
Describe that year and just sort of what that was like for you sitting out and learning. Maybe you learned something new, different perspective.
Right. I learned a lot about baseball, learned a lot about myself. I've never really had a season-ending injury like that before, and it was tough to deal with, but I had a lot of good support around me with the coaches and my teammates, so I ended up bouncing back, and I feel like I'm a better pitcher from it.
How long have you been completely healthy and getting it back in your groove?
I finished my throwing about the end of the fall, probably end of October.
Okay.
So I completed the throwing program then, so that's when I was fully cleared to participate in like a game. So it took me about 14 months.
How are you feeling now? I mean, is there a different feeling that you have now, or do you feel back to maybe your old self?
I feel better. I feel like in the off season I worked out with our strength coach. I feel a lot more athletic. I lost some weight just working out, and my arm feels better than it did before.
And Coach is talking about just the strong staff this year pitching-wise, and that's something that this team is really needed. Just how do you feel about the staff that you guys have?
I feel great. We got a bunch of good dudes, whether they're just they got like good off speed, they got good fastballs. Like everyone on our team has something different that they're good at, and we have a legit 10, 12 dudes that we can run out there that I have full confidence in.
Ray was talking about this is probably the best pitching staff that you guys have had in a while. How confident do you feel in maybe that being true right now?
Oh, that's 100% true.
So moving along, how important is this depth going to be for you guys playing in the conference this year?
Right. Obviously depth is great because for pitching staff-wise, it's good because you don't have to lean on so many dudes. Like we leaned a lot on like Bailey Sutton last year and Dalton Shoemake out of the pen, and like just from an injury standpoint, you don't want to lean on those dudes and possibly get them hurt. But like those guys are going to be some of the best guys we bring out there. So it's good to have options, different looks.
Are there any mechanics you're personally working on as a goal this season to accomplish, and maybe as like a staff you are looking to work on this season?
We work a lot on lower half. I know like through my rehab and stuff, I worked with our athletic trainer and Coach Pulowski, and we really focus on the lower half just because I'm a bigger guy and I can really use my legs to not put so much pressure on my arm. And then the whole staff has really kind of bought into that, using lower half and stuff like that.
Coming back from the injury, how have you battled back in terms of maybe gaining that velocity back, get control of those secondary pitches? Where are you at right now in that process?
My velocity's about where it was before. It's kind of cold out, so kind of waiting for that to heat up. But velocity's good. It's just a long trusting process, Coming back, I was facing hitters and I was maybe feeling comfortable some days, but just trusting, knowing that my surgeon did a good job and I've been doing all the right things, and just trusting everything through the process has really just helped me clear my head and just trust in anything I'm doing.